how the birthday boy feels. Traditional thumbs up for my food. What about the samba? Ta-da! I guess I am the hero of this film. Namaste, my friends. So today I want to talk to you guys about some of the Indian superfoods that the West is absolutely crazy about. Like, I seriously mean cray. But before we get into those, I thought that it's really good if I make a few points about the absolute craziness of the superfood culture itself. I think it's absolutely ridiculous how in the West the superfood industry kind of pits superfoods against the normal healthy foods and these ancient folk remedies against the modern medicine. Because there is actually no kind of scientific basis for the word superfood. It's just a marketing term for some specific foods that have health benefits. But when we give the name superfood to specific items, we are shaping the public perceptions as if there is this one single nutrient or food that is just the cure-all for any kind of ailment. What I think is especially funny about these foods being branded as superfoods in the West is that these are items that we pretty much consider just normal foods in our kitchen here in India, instead of just like, wow, something extremely magical and a cure-all for everything. But without further ado, let's get into the Indian superfoods that the West can't get enough of. So number one, probably the most popular Indian superfood in the West is coconut, and we have a huge variety of different kinds of coconut products taking over the Western market shelves. We have coconut oil, sugar, milk, cream, aminos, shredded coconut, coconut chips, coconut vinegar, even coconut protein. Oh my god! And especially as soon as you slap the tag of superfood on these, they can get ridiculously expensive. So the prices for coconut oil start from 10 euros upwards, coconut milk can be 6 euros upwards, and even coconut water for a small can of 0.3 liters is 2 euros upwards or so, which is obviously crazy compared to the prices here in India. And of course, I completely understand the health benefits to coconut. It's clean fat, digestible protein, and filling fiber. And especially in the coconut oil, the NCT fats get more easily absorbed and digested and boost metabolism. And let's not even get into the whole fact how coconut oil, even beyond cooking, is just like the #1 miracle oil, because you can use it as a moisturizer, face mask, shaving cream, makeup remover, hair mask. Oh my god, you name it, you can probably use coconut oil for it, and I definitely have in my days, and it is seriously amazing. And of course, coconut water is an amazing hydratant. It's amazing for hydration. But how coconut has been branded in the West is really weird to me, because here, especially in Kerala, coconuts are just like such a normal part of our everyday diet. But what this makes me really think about is that why aren't the Indian manufacturers taking advantage of these Western trends? Because it is mostly Western brands that have coconut oils in their selection in the West, and at these like ridiculously high prices, when, you know, Indian manufacturers could just like export coconut oil to the West and get the cash to themselves and support the local economy, because I don't think the Western brands probably pay enough for the local coconut manufacturers here in India. Number two is haldi, aka turmeric, and you guys know how much I like my haldi because you've been telling me how ridiculously much I use it in my cooking. Rest assured, I do not use it that much for the superfood aspect. I use it because I just really like the taste of haldi. Haldi has only started trending in the West in the past couple of years, and these days we have so many different haldi products. We have haldi juice, obviously the famous turmeric latte, the kind of organic superfood haldi powders, which are basically just, your average turmeric. And then these days we even have turmeric capsules, and these go into much more ridiculous prices than coconut products go, because just like a jar of turmeric latte powder can be 25 euros. Small bottle of haldi juice, 14 euros. And again, if you slap the superfood tag onto turmeric powder, that can be anything between 6 and 10 euros for just a small pouch. Wow. I think it was in 2016 that I had golden milk, aka haldi doodh, for the first time in Visakhapatnam, and oh my god, I just really loved the taste of it. And of course, it was a bonus side that it was supposed to be healthy and healing too. And then I remember that I returned to Finland for a while, and sometime in the late 2017 was the first time that I saw turmeric latte in a fancy cafe in Finland. And I was like, ooh, that sounds really nice, and I have to try that because maybe that's similar to a more upscale version of golden milk, and with that like ridiculously high €5 price. So I had it and I was like, what? Oh my god, €5 just for haldi doodh? I can make this at home. And I have made it a lot at home. Of course, haldi has many health benefits to it. I certainly cannot deny that. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and it goes really well into many home remedies and even face masks and such. But the funny thing is that it's just like a staple in the Indian kitchen, and we don't use it for its superpowers here. It's just like, for example, dal is just supposed to have a little bit of haldi, unless it's maybe dal makhni. But otherwise, it's just like it belongs there. Number 3 is Moringa powder, which has become a very popular green powder supplement in the West, especially for active people, because it's a good energy booster and it's a plant-based protein and also supports the mental and physical well-being. And again, one of those crazy expensive powders, because a pouch of this can be as much as or start from 11 euros or so. And the crazy thing about Moringa is that, of course, I've heard about Moringa powder in the West, like I've heard about matcha and whatnot, but I never realized that it's a superfood because I did not know that Moringa and drumstick are the same thing. I just use drumstick in sambar and shukto because I really like it that much. And the funny thing is that our neighbors have a few drumstick trees in their yard, and it's just like it is there, and we get some from them sometimes, and it's just like absolutely delicious. And I never had any idea that it has any health benefits to it other than being natural food. And again, I think it's really crazy that here we have the Moringa drumstick trees growing indigenously, and you'd have like some really good green powders available in the West too that are indigenous to those regions. And for example, Finland has so many different wild herbs for very many different health benefits. But yep, you just gotta have your Moringa powder. Number 4, I hope you didn't think that I could have a superfood list from India without ghee. This has become hugely popular in the West, especially due to the healthy fat boom, due to diets like keto and paleo. And there is no denying that ghee is a very healthy fat. It is nutritious, easily digestible, lactose-free, wow! Very flavorsome, and also has much lower cholesterol levels compared to the actual butter. Ghee has lots of different vitamins, strengthens the immune system, and is also beneficial for mental alertness and memory functions. Ghee hasn't been hugely popular in Finland for a very long time yet, but it is becoming so due to the elite of wellness bloggers and these very, very wellness-minded people, and that can be seen in the prices in the stores too, because for a jar of ghee you'll have to pay at least 15 euros. I'll say that my mother-in-law makes ghee, and that is what I take with me to Finland, and it is still there waiting for my next visit. I didn't initially like the smell of ghee much, but once my mother-in-law started using it when she was making bajra rotis for me and then just slathered some ghee on top of those, I just fell in love with the combination. And these days I pretty much only use ghee and coconut oil in my Indian kitchen. And I do even take a small teaspoon of ghee every morning as per my own Ayurvedic doctor's advice, because it is supposed to boost the digestion and help with some other health issues that I have been battling with for a while. Number 5 is ashwagandha. It's probably been a huge trend in places like LA or NY for a long time already, but it has just recently started to grow as a trend in places like Finland, where Ayurveda is only now started to land hugely. And I think this is the best example when it comes to just absolutely ridiculous prices for Indian superfoods in the West. Let's see. Here I have my old bottle of ashwagandha. It is 60 capsules, and for a similar bottle in Finland, you would have to pay almost 28 euros. I am not kidding, 28 euros, and this is something that I paid 2 euros for. Yep. That is how it is marketed in the West. Of course, there are many benefits to ashwagandha that cannot be denied. It is very good for mental wellness and stress release, boosts energy and immunity. And I have many friends here in India who have told me how much it has helped them to, for example, adjust their bodies to living in India. And I did also try ashwagandha on my own due to all the recommendations and the stuff that I read online about this superfood, because a few years ago I was still struggling with adjusting to living in India. I was sick a lot and I had a lot of mental stress and anxiety, but unfortunately ashwagandha did not seem to do the trick for me, because I think in my case it was much more serious issues that just like a superfood or an Ayurvedic medicine could not help with. So I think it's also very beneficial to realize that these superfoods seriously are not a cure-all thing that in any case will beat the Western or modern medicine. And if you have real issues, it is always very good to turn to proper healthcare and get those problems fixed without relying too much on the natural remedies. These were the 5 Indian superfoods that the West is absolutely crazy about currently. But I also wanted to bring up a couple of other superfoods, because it is clear that the superfood trend is slowly landing to India too, and can be seen in places like Mumbai and Bangalore, where there are some health cafes and also a few superfood stores already cropping up, and you can see things. And you can pretty easily find things like matcha latte, chia pudding, acai bowls, quinoa cupcakes, you name it. So that brings me to the question, why consume these exported superfood items in India when you have your completely same local replacements to those? Because in India you don't need things like chia seeds, because here we have sabja, aka basil seeds, which are pretty much completely the same thing. The only difference is that chia seeds have more omega fats than sabja seeds too, and sabja seeds have more fiber than the chia seeds. Another thing that I keep wondering about is that why would you need quinoa in India when we have amaranth here? Of course, quinoa is hugely popular due to the gluten-free and high-protein trends, but you get pretty much the same benefits with amaranth. Anyways, I really hope that you got some new information and insights from this vlog, and maybe I also got you to question the logic behind this superfood trend. Maybe we should all just eat normal food in a good balance, healthily, everything in moderation. I can't wait to get my hands on some chocolate in the fridge. Anyway, I want to get to eating now, so sorry, I have to leave you guys. Next time, if you like this vlog as much as I really like what I'm eating, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.